tell me this is not about Tommy Valentine?
I was just walking down the aisle. First thing I saw was the back of his head. I recognized that little hair pattern on the back of his neck. You know, where it comes to those two little points and it's darker than the rest. I always thought that was so sexy. And the ceremony, something about the way the light hit his face. I swear it just broke my heart. And then outside, I saw him talking to this total bitch in a navy blue linen dress with absolutely no back. I mean, you could practically see her butt. And he was smiling at her with that smile. That same smile that ever made me think I meant something to him. And then it all came back. Just bang. All those times I sat waiting for his phone call. Me going out of my way to make things more convenient for him. Having to take a freaking taxi cab to the women's health center that day because it was so cold my car wouldn't start. And later that awful, awful night, I sat in his driveway staring at Tracy's burgundy Cutlass sitting there, just wishing I were dead. You know, I started smoking cigarettes that night. If I ever die of cancer, I swear it's going to be Tommy Valentine's fault. Oh, God, I feel like I'm going crazy! My cousin George, he's a nurse. He says I'm the perfect type to get some sort of weird disease because I'm so emotional.
Oh, you're not crazy. You're just being really dramatic and self-indulgent.
Self-indulgent? You think I want to feel like this?
Well, nobody's making you.
All right. Enough about me. More about my dress. Could you believe Tracy made us wear these things?
Yes.
I can hardly believe she asked me to be at her wedding.
Well, I can't believe you accepted.
I didn't have any choice, Trisha. What was I supposed to say? Tracy, I don't think I can be in your wedding because remember when I had that nervous breakdown my junior year of college? That was because your boyfriend knocked me up and I had to go have an abortion all by myself while he was taking you to the Kappa Sig Luau. And things have just been a little strained between you and me ever since.
Well, have you ever talked to her about any of that?
No, neither one of us has ever mentioned it. And now here she is, getting married to Scott McClure, the biggest piece of wet toast I ever saw in my life. Of course, I married Chuck Darby, the second biggest piece of wet toast I ever saw. So I thought I wanted some stability. And now here's Tommy Valentine, getting ready to rip that bitch's backless dress off her scrawny little body and boink her brains out. Oh, God, I wish I was her.
Oh, you do know.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm wearing over $100 worth of extremely uncomfortable lingerie from Victoria's Secret that I bought specifically for him to rip off of me.
You really thought you were going to be with Tommy Valentine today?
Well, yeah, why not? Remember page 67 of The Godfather?
I think your memories of Tommy are a bit rosy. I mean, it's been, what, 10 years?
3 months.
Excuse me? Oh, Georgeanne, you better spill your guts to me right now.
I ran into him at one of those little bars that plays only 50s and 60s music. Oh, I hate those places, but at least I'm not the oldest one there. Well, we started talking, and then we started flirting. But it wasn't gross. It was real sweet. It was. I'm serious.
Oh, I'm sure.
You weren't there.
I've been there. So then what happened?
Well, we closed that bar, and he asked if I wanted to go somewhere where we could be alone. I said, look, this is not a good idea. I'm married. I have a little boy. But then once I said that, It was like it didn't matter. I'd said it and it was out of the way. Oh, and I just went nuts. Oh, and we ended up behind the bar in the parking lot on the concrete behind a Dempsey dumpster.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Trisha, I will never be able to smell garbage again without thinking about it. My memories of Tommy are pretty recent, pretty accurate, I think.
Yeah, but Georgeanne, did he call you after that?
No.
So here's this guy who totally bagged out on his responsibility to you. Left you to go through an abortion alone. He's with you 10 years later in a parking lot. And he ignores you. You still want him.
I can't help it. I love him.
That's not love, that's an addiction.
Chuck and I don't even sleep in the same bed anymore. He sleeps in the guest room.
Why?
No.
You have some idea, you have to.
He doesn't talk to me, Trisha. It's like I'm not even there. I told Chuck about Tommy the next day. He just looked at me with this fish face and said, "You don't have to tell me everything you do."
Georgeanne!
What am I supposed to do?
Make Chuck talk to you. Make him go to a counselor.
No.
Don't you want to save your marriage?
No. I don't. I never should have married him in the first place, just like you said. I don't love him. I don't even like him.